It's just all so perfect that we're talking with you because, this is Black Music Month. And so Black Music Month was established, because we as Black artists, African-American artists, we have a way of expressing ourselves. And like you said, we can take even the most tragic situation or the most, controversial situation, and through our sounds of music, we can then put a new spin, a new blessing, a new calling on it. And that's what you have done. So how important is it to you as a Black artist to be in this moment and to celebrate Black Music Month? What does it mean to you?
Oh, wow. That means a lot to me because honestly, like I told people, I said, Black History Month is not a month, it's a year. Every day is our day. And if people don't realize it now at this point, then they're going to always be lost. But we've always taken pride in what we do. I love music that comes from the African diaspora, from jazz to blues to soul to gospel. We've even been so educated to do classical music and sometimes do it better than the people who actually created it. That's just us. So there's a natural talent that we have as artists that I've always loved. And it just comes naturally for us because Africa has rhythms, it has music, it has call and response, there are chants. And it's like right on my alley because I'm studying all of this, but it's even hip hop. Hip hop was birthed out of the civil rights movement. It was their expression of what was happening in New York. And so it's become so broad now. So for us to celebrate Black Music Month, it's a lot. But we Black every day. So every day is going to be Black History Month, like Black Music Month. It's just it.
Right. I love it. I tell you. And so we've got to talk about Sunday's Best. Oh my God. To be a top 20 contestant, first of all, and this was your first national television debut, you've got to share that experience with us.
Yeah. I remember watching Sunday Best when I was growing up in Defuniak, and growing up in a small town, I had a small town mentality. And what I mean by that is there were a lot of times where people said, you don't use your gift as a competition, it's to give God glory. And I adopted that at such an early age. So anytime I would see Sunday Best, I'd be like, why are they doing that? Not knowing that a few years later down the road, it'll be me. But the funny thing about it is, though, that idea changed because the more I got exposed to the purpose of my gift and where my gift could take me, I took more chances. Because I've always used that opportunity to talk about other people as a cover-up for my fear. And my best friend, he said, go do it. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So I did it. And I submitted the video, the online video in February, got a call back, an email, in March. And then got another call in April, said, hey, we want you to come to Atlanta. And I was like, whoa, okay. And so my professors, because it was nearing the end of the semester, our finals were coming up. Luckily, I didn't have too many. I explained to my professor, he said, Emorja, he said, go. He said, this is why you're in school. He's like, we will find out, we'll work out what we need to work out. You let us handle that, but you go. So I got to Atlanta, and I'm already, I try to keep calm. I'm usually like the real calm guy, but there is no way I could keep calm when I was there. So being in that space and being around those people of such great caliber, from the contestants to the people who are working behind the scenes to the hosts, it showed me that there is so much more out there that I've given myself the opportunity to experience. So, we got the music, went on stage at the performance, and I remember being there. And after I sang my song that was aired on TV, because there were a couple parts that they cut out, but after I sang the piece, I remember going backstage, and I texted my best friend. I was like, man, I said, I just don't feel right. I said, that wasn't the best song that really highlighted me, but I said, okay, cool. So, and I was on stage, and of course, I walked off, I went home. But for so long, I'm going to be honest with you, it's the first time I'm really even saying this. For so long, I was embarrassed because I'm like, I'm an artist. I'm working my doctorate degree. How in the world can I get sent home? But here's what I had to notice, though. I had to notice that every stage is not my stage. And so my purpose here at Notre Dame is much greater than what it was on TV. Now, does that mean that I won't try something else? No, not at all. But in this season where I'm at, I'm here to build a program that is going to always highlight what we do in music. So that was God just take me on a detour, and I was good with that. So I still cheer everybody on. There's no hard feelings. But what I have to also remember is that sometimes I can get a little impatient, especially if you see all your friends doing this. And I'm like, well, what am I doing? And then my best friend was like, Emorja, you're working on your doctorate degree. So I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I still keep in touch with everybody to this day. We're still a family. But that's one moment in my life that I will never forget. And I'm so grateful to God for that.
Wow, that was well said. And I believe in that. We all are, in our seasons, for a reason. And also I look at that as, sometimes it's not always about the obvious victory that's supposed to come from that, but it's more so about the journey that God needed you to travel, and now because of that journey that you travel, look at how you was able to now just place that and say, hey, this is my season, this is my stage. That was my stage then, but he gave you the opportunity to see the journey, so and being in your stage that you are in now, I love it. Boom.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you are. And I love the fact, and Sharon can tell you, I've been through this whole thing. I like that you're anxious for nothing. As the Bible say, sometimes we have to be anxious for nothing. So yes, he have you in that place, and you're working on your doctorate. So guess what? So all the distractions around you, or your friends here and there, you're supposed to be right here. Stay the course. You see me, stay the course. So and that's where he wants you to say, see me, stay the course. So with that being said, just share with me, if you had a chance to create a project for yourself right now in this moment to share with the world, what project would that be? Because some just tell me that you got some things that you be sitting around saying, oh man, but you haven't shared it yet. Or if you say, Miss Karen, I can't share that yet, I can understand.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. So there is something I am doing. Obviously there are so many, but I'll tell you my ultimate goal, and I'm actually somewhat trying to work on this now with a mentor. My long-term goal is to open a school for the performing arts for African-American children, because I didn't get that growing up. And I want to make sure that they get what they don't get in school. That can go from music to history, to creative writing. All of those components are so necessary, and we miss out on those, and we don't get the history of those until we get older. So that's one thing. Another project that I am working on is my final doctoral recital, and it's going to be a music project. And what it's going to basically be based upon is Black life. Like, for example, I have a song I was going to write it at the time. I was writing at the time like with Trayvon Martin and then also Jordan Davis. But it's so pertinent now because it's a song that deals with mothers having to lose their children. Just like, and finding how they relate to people in the Bible, just like Mary saw her child die, Black mothers seeing their children die. And so there's so many relationships that we can, that we find similarities with people in the Bible. So that's something that I am working on. But it's going to entail, music from like jazz. I have some other folks coming out, some good friends of mine who are very big in music. So that's something I am doing. But honestly, if I was to find the last project, if I was to create a last project today, one project would be to, I guess I would say something like continue doing what I am doing, having a choir of my own that is diverse in color, that specifically focuses on music of the Black culture. Yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
I know. I tell you this. You know what? Mr. Roberson, Mr. Boom, as Karen is calling you, you got to promise us that you will come back. And I told you, we definitely going to have to write something up on the magazine, upcoming issue of you. But you've got to promise us right now on air, that you're going to come back. And just share us a little more, because we have no doubt that God is going to take you to great places.
I appreciate that.
And I'm just so excited. And so where can people follow you, your YouTube channel, Instagram? Where can they connect?
Oh, yeah. So you can find me, honestly, everywhere. It's consistent on every platform. On Facebook, Emorja Roberson. On Instagram, Emorja Roberson. On YouTube, Emorja Roberson. On Spotify, Emorja Roberson. So all across the board, I promise you can find me. There's only one Emorja Roberson. And if you find another one, report them, because it ain't me.
I love it. I love it. I tell you. And so, guys, we usually have a regular outro that we have, but today we are not. We're going to leave with, and I want you to set this up for us. We're going to leave with He's Able. And I, first of all, I'm a member of the United House of Prayer for All People, and you lent your vocals to one of our shout bands against He's Able, which is a Darwin Hobbs and Dietrich Haddon piece. Yeah. And when I tell you, and I think it's Laborious Edwards.
Laborious, yeah.
Laborious Edwards. Y'all took me there. I'm going to tell you. And so I want you to just set that up, because actually our band was playing at a funeral, they do. We were at a cemetery, and we played That's the Music That We Have. You know, that's the music I grew up with, and you laid them tracks, and you took a sister there. I'm going to just tell you. I'm just telling you. And so I want you to give just a little bit about how that came to be, because I think that's your second one that you did. And then we will close, and we're going to end with that piece. So set us up.
Yeah, certainly. Honestly, so with He's Able, one, as far as the music, it's so rich that comes from the United House of Prayer for All People and the shout bands. And there's such a strong similarity to that of what you would hear in New Orleans with their brass bands. I was first introduced to music of that genre whenever I heard Preservation Hall. Preservation Hall, they came to Notre Dame, and they do a lot of stuff like When the Saints Go Marching In, black men, and they killed it. So the more I started doing, the more studying I did on the United House of Prayer for All People shout bands, I noticed the similarities, but then they also have their own flair as well, too. So I was like, I love this. And what is so interesting is that every song, I can have a song in 4/4 or 6/8, and they will still find a way to make it fit within their particular sound. And it's like so odd. I'm like, how do y'all do this? So, but I love it. And so that's why I said, I got to do something. I said, but one day I am going to get to one of those houses, and I guarantee you, I'm going to just like sit there and just smile.
I know, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So guys, we are so excited that you have joined us. We are VMP, Inspiring Our Community, Dr. Sharon H. Porter, my wonderful co-host, Karen McConnell-Jones, and today our guest, Emorja Roberson. I tell you guys, we're just excited. Karen, I'm going to let you do our closing, and then we're going to end with He's Able.
No, Mr. Boom, I thank you. This has been a pleasure. And as always, until next time, stay in your vision, stay in your purpose, and God bless.
Just what he said he will do.